Hello and welcome to the class of 1923 arena here on UPenn's campus in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. You are tuned in to the TUICE Network for today's broadcast of St. Joe's Prep Hawks against the Malvern Prep Friars Varsity 2 game. Boys, it's a beautiful day for hockey. I'm Mike Sangroni on play-by-play, joined by Eric Jessberger up here in the booth on color and Drew Bishop down there between the benches in the penalty box. Boys, let's get ready for some hockey.
Beautiful Wednesday afternoon, hockey on the ice. Let's get to it. Hawks and Friars. Excited to see this one get underway.
I'm getting comfortable in the penalty box, fellas. Let's get it on. Let's do that hockey.
So St. Joe's Prep Hawks are with a record of 1-2, 3 games played. Their last game they're coming off of is a 7-0 win against these very same Malvern Prep Friars squad. Malvern Prep in division play is 0-5. Their last game, however, was last Friday, a 4-3 loss against Holy Ghost Prep. We were ready to drop the puck, but now we have a quick minute delay as the refs are talking to the guy who runs this arena, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know what's going on, but we're ready for some hockey, but apparently maybe the ice or the refs, something is not right now. Malvern Prep surprised me coming out. They only had about 9 players coming out, but 25 players listed on the roster, and Eric, that threw me off a little bit, I should say.
And I got to tell you, that's definitely going to play a factor later parts of this game. You talk about having fresh legs. This is the Varsity 2, so we're going to see some talent on the ice, but especially with St. Joe's Prep, they got a football team in comparison on size, looks like, compared to the Friars. So we'll probably see that play out as a factor once fatigue sets in the later parts of this one.
Drew, I don't know if you hear anything down there, but I just saw a couple St. Joe's Prep players walk off the bench. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not entirely sure what's going on either. A player from Malvern Prep just walked to the locker room. Like you said, there's some boys. There's one headed right now to the locker room from St. Joe's Prep. It kind of seems like we're just hanging out for the foreseeable future, so get comfy.
Yeah, well, in this world of COVID, we have refs with masks, we have coaches with masks, very little spectators. I don't know if any type of precautions are coming into play here, because I know St. Joe's Preps, they had a heavy number of players, and it looks like the players are putting on masks right now. So maybe that was going on. I just saw a parent toss over a mask to his son, so maybe that's what's going on right now.
So it looks like the players are required to wear masks on ice, at least from what I'm seeing. A majority of the players are masked up, and a lot of the players on the St. Joe's bench are getting masked up as we speak. So that may have been the delay where was the mask protocol here at Class of 23 Arena.
Well, that definitely explains it. While we wait, I'll just break down the goalie matchup for you real quick. Sorry, I had my director, Dylan Coyle, talking in my ear. I'm probably going to mention that a couple times. We had a new little setup where we now have the producer behind the scenes talking in my ear, and that's definitely going to throw me off a little bit, but we're still here. But for St. Joe's Prep, we got number 37, A.J. Chelko, in net for the Hawks. He has a record of 0-1, 7 goals against. He was not in net for St. Joe's win against Malvern Prep last Wednesday. For the Friars, it looks like we got number 62, John Bomberger, who is fulfilling my wish and starting tonight for the Malvern Prep Friars, his first start in division play this season. He does not have a record, as the other goalie, Riley McCary, has off all 5 losses on his record. So I'm happy number 62, John Bomberger, is in net, purely for the reason I get to say his last name.
And we can expect him to be busy in net tonight as well. As you mentioned, the Hawks feasting on the Friars in their last outing, where they met up with each other, a 7-0 victory in favor of St. Joe's Prep over this very same Malvern Prep team. The month of February wasn't all love in favor of the St. Joe's Prep team, as the week before and week of Valentine's Day, 2 losses LaSalle, but they look to back wins here against this Malvern Prep squad.
And finally, we have some hockey as the puck is dropped. Malvern Prep is just going to send it all the way deep into St. Joe's zone, and we have a quick whistle just 9 seconds into the first period. We'll have an icing and a face-off all the way down to Baumgartner's right. 16-minute periods. That is definitely something I'm going to have to adjust to, because for some reason I already thought 4 minutes went by, but it actually didn't. Face-off to Bomberger's right is won by Malvern Prep down low, and they'll try to clear it out, but only gets as far as the blue line, and it's chipped back in by Shane O'Neill. The Friars gather below their net, pinballing around. No one seems to get it, but now it's picked up, clear to the half boards, pass out to the point. Shane O'Neill controlling it, loses it, it's pinballing around, and the Friars are able to clear the zone, and the Prep's Eric Seau will gather the puck, and he'll start up, chip it in deep as it's going in below the net.
Yeah, Mike, I'm down here on the ice, and St. Joe's has a bevy of substitutes, but Malvern Prep only has 4 subs for this game, 4 skaters, so that'll be something to keep your eye on, the fatigue and stamina of the Malvern Prep Friars.
Aiden Kelly with a wrist shot from the left wing, but that is easily gloved down by A.J. Chelko for a whistle. Just a minute and 3 seconds in, and an offensive zone faceoff for Malvern Prep.
And that's their first shot on net today in favor of the Friars. You saw Kelly getting that boost of speed. An outlet pass that connected. Malvern Prep continuing that pinpoint passing could be lethal against St. Joe's Prep if their defense isn't able to get back in time.
The Hawks win the faceoff as they exit their zone. Luke Scheinholtz just chips it in deep. And Cathal Dowd can't get it back to his point and is cleared by the Friars all the way down. Chelko will stop it for his defenseman. Number 25, Jack Picaro, half boards, tries to backhand it out, only gets it to the blue line, kept in by the Friars. Kept in deep, but Dowd is able to gather it and tries to break out. Tape-to-tape pass, but it eludes the Hawks. Pinballs around. St. Joe's Prep goes the other way. Deke down low. Matthew Giuliani gets tangled up, no penalty, and Bomberger will just cover it up for a whistle.
I was expecting to see maybe a tripping call there, Mike. I don't know. Maybe they were just letting the boys play today.
Yeah, Cathal Dowd tried to split the D, but got tied up by a pinching Friars defense. Fell to the ice, but no call. And with 4:14 left in the first, a face-off to the right of Bomberger.
Yeah, Malvern Prep's Hunter Jones in the mix there, getting that stick in between the legs of the Prep on the attack. Defense able to swat it away.
Andrew Morrison with the shot attempt, but looks like doesn't get through, and he gets it out up front. I think Bomberger made the save, but the puck does not go in. Morrison down low for the Prep. Still fighting along the boards, around the red line. Puck tries to find his way in the middle, can't. Still behind Bomberger as he goes post to post, tries to find the puck, and the Prep come away with it. Cross point pass, gets lost in the feet of Jack Picaro, and he'll just have to turn around and regroup for the Hawks. Outlet pass, eludes Scheinholtz, Jacob Galapi. And the Hawks, as it goes back into their zone, just regroup. Tries to make it deke through, but the Prep just keep it deep and will go off for a quick line change. In on the forecheck is Caden Canal, the leading point getter for the Friars. Oh, up front by himself, another shot. Again, that scores! Caden Canal! Puck finds himself out front, and he's all alone on Chelko. Chelko makes the initial save, but he slots home the rebound, and it is 1-0 Malvern Prep.
And that was Jacob Galopoli and Gareth McDonald colliding right in front of St. Joe's Prep net, giving the puck up and an easy dish in for the Friars. And you see the Friars just being a little bit more simple on their play, putting shots on net. St. Joe's Prep not with the shot on net. They're being a little too fancy with it, and right now they're going to cough up a goal and coughing up the puck. It's a 1-0 lead early on for Malvern Prep.
Sheridan's down low for the Hawks in a forecheck as St. Joe's Prep tries to get it back. Bank pass all the way to the point, and the Hawks keep it in, but Caden Canal picks it up, and he'll just switch it, but no one is there except for Braden Collins for the Hawks. Braden Collins centers in the slot, pinballs around. Jacob Millison picks it up, tries to send a shot, but it goes into some shin pads. As Luka Palachek below the net tries to center it up front, but is intercepted by the Prep, and they go the other way with some speed. 3-on-3, crosses the blue line, along the right wing. Aiden Kelly tries to make a deke through, only gets so far, but can't get further enough. As the Prep will just keep it in, try to establish some forecheck, as Michael Persano just switches it, and Palachek with some speed, crossing the neutral zone, will enter the offensive zone. Crossing the slot, taking his time, patient, sends a shot into some skates. Another shot, but great defensive play there for the Friars. The puck goes to the blue line, bouncing puck, and Shane O'Neill will just have to regroup in center ice, going in the other way, but I believe there will be an offsides call, and there is, with 11:46 left in the first period.
Now, as you mentioned, Malvern Prep with some exceptional defense in the early parts of this game. They got a 1-0 lead, and blocks from Billy Mendler and number 33, Jimmy Barnes, for the Friars, getting their sticks in front and their legs in front of those shots, making Bomberger's job easy so far in net tonight.
Dowd wins the face-off for St. Joe's. Little catch between the D-men, crossing the red line, and entering the offensive zone is Shane O'Neill. Gets it in deep for the Hawks. Forecheck trying to be established. As now it goes out to the point. Seattle sends a shot, seeing eye, but just off the outside of the net. Down low is the Hawks. Dowd going below the net. Gets it out to the point. As Shane O'Neill, slap shot, pass save Bomberger, another rebound shot, but that is a great save by Bomberger as he flashes that right pad. Denies Luke Scheinholtz.
Let me tell you, Bomberger is holding strong in net. Both those slap shots look clean and ready to hit the back of the net, but he stands right in front. What a defensive play.
A little choppy entering the offensive zone is Malvern Prep, so St. Joe's Prep now has the puck. As fresh on the ice, Jacob Galapi cannot find the pass. Little pinball here in a neutral zone, and it'll just be sent in deep by Luke Scheinholtz. Back in deep, right back out to the neutral zone. St. Joe's Prep, as the teams are just playing a little bit of tennis here in the middle of the ice. Gareth McDonald is just going to wrap it along the boards and down deep, and Andrew Morrison for the Preps going to attack. Neither team in the last minute or so has been able to find any zone time, as we're just doing a little back and forth right here.
The battle at the red line, both trying to establish that neutral zone control. St. Joe's Prep trying to use their man advantage in regarding rosters. Another collision, and Malvern Prep unable to just pick up that key opportunity.
Feels like a little bit of a feeling out process here in the first 6 minutes as we just reached 10 minutes left in the first period. Malvern Prep is ahead 1-0 as Caden Canal with a rebound goal gave the Prep the lead. Friars heading the other way. Wrist shot, easy save for Chelko as McDonald gets the rebound in front of his net. Circles around, tries to get ahead of steam. Collides with a teammate, turns it over, but good back play by Galapi to break up any chance the Prep had. As St. Joe Prep goes the other way, Anthony Rapaisi loses the puck, can't control it. And the Friars with this gather up as Aiden Kelly goes through the neutral zone, crosses the red line, gains the offensive zone. Just going to send it in deep, forecheck himself. Going up against McDonald, but beats him. Sends it the other way, Braden Collins just chips it up, gets it out of the zone. As the Prep now is going to enter the offensive zone. Coming in is Braden Collins. Shot! I think that hit post. Bomberger might have gotten a piece of it. St. Joe's Prep definitely with a couple nice chances following that first Malvern goal. As they get some offensive zone time. Shot from the point, deflected by his own defenseman, but goes wide.
That redirection just off the net. Bomberger definitely getting a sigh of relief as that just missed twice.
Sheridan down low, sends it all the way up top. Joseph Millicent along the blue line. The puck is then turned over, and that is picked up by David Barnes. So he gets pinched along the boards. Mendler picks it up back to Barnes. It's a little ping pong down below the net. Luka Palachik's going to come away with it. Sends up to the point, Michael Parsano. He's just going to keep it in deep as the Hawks are going to try to get some forecheck established, but can't. And Aiden Kelly with a half effort to get it out of the zone can't. As we reach the halfway mark here in the first period, St. Joe's Prep trailing Malvern 1-0. Friars are finally able to get out in the zone. At the step is Ryan Clark. He's going to get to the puck first, trying to get some reinforcements in. Back to the play in the corner. Try to find some help. Shits it out to the point, but Braden Baum couldn't keep the blue line.
And we see St. Joe's Prep have a better job of establishing those corners and able to get men set up at the blue line. Malvern Prep kind of really only working with the fast breaks. It's paid off with a 1-0 lead. But right now, St. Joe's Prep playing a little more controlled hockey. We could definitely see that work in their favor the later stages of this one.
Turnover at the blue line. Malvern Prep coming in, trying to make a move. There is Hunter Jones, I think that was. He couldn't, actually, that's Hunter Jones right there, but pass falls off his stick, and the Hawks will just regroup behind their own net. Smacked up the boards and will go out to the neutral zone as just a little back and forth hockey. Neither team could really establish some forecheck. The most dangerous chances of late probably will go to St. Joe's Prep, but not before Malvern Prep was able to get a 1-0 lead. Hawks attempt to break out with a little bit of speed, bank pass, chipped in deep, but gloved down by a defenseman. As the Friars are just able to clear the zone, Shane O'Neill will pick the puck up, just send it right back in for the Hawks. John Neary will let the puck go to Hunter Jones. He tries to get past the defenseman, does. Gets past the second one, big hit, but couldn't get the puck past. Is back into Friars zone, back to the red line, just chipped in deep. As I said, a lot of ping pong going on here in the early going.
It is getting hot in the middle of the ice, Mike. I'm fearing for my own safety at this point. Ping pong is right.
Yeah, definitely be wary of some pucks. You know, wouldn't be surprised if one finds its way up there. Hawks enter the zone. Matthew Gillespie coming in, trying to make an offensive play happen, can't. As it's chipped down low, Gillespie tries to get a little cycle going, back into the slot. No one can find it. Hunter Jones for the Prep, can't get it out all the way in. Seattle with a wrist shot, scores! Eric Seattle with the shot. I think that might have been deflected. Unsure, we'll see who leads.
That should be credited Seattle with the goal, finding the back of the net. Perhaps a redirection off a Friars skate in front of the net, in front of Baumberger. But that would find its way into the back of the net. And we're tied up 1-1, boys, with 5:41 left here in the first period.
I know number 60, Anthony Rapace, was in position to deflect it, but I'm pretty sure it went off his stick. And Dylan Coyle, are you giving me the thumbs up? It's his goal, number 60, or you don't know? No, you're just giving me a random thumbs up. Okay, but for now, I'm under the impression that is Eric Seattle's goal from the point, and we are all tied up at 1 with 5:30 at the end of the first period. As the Hawks are right back in the offensive zone, they'll try to go to work. Puck finds its way in the slot, all the way out to the blue line. McDonald will take a shot. It's loose. Collins tries a backhand in front, does it again, but can't get all the way out there as Malvern Prep has a multitude of numbers out in front of Baumberger. Braden Collins still going in on the forecheck, but Caden Canal will take the puck away, and he'll spring Aiden Kelly. Kelly enters the blue line. We'll just get it in deep. David Barnes going in for the Friars. Actually, that's Aiden Kelly coming away with it. He'll send it. Then there's Barnes down in the corner. Trying to get a little cycle game going. Malvern Prep can't, as Barnes tried to muscle into the middle but couldn't. Sheridan goes the other way. Outlet pass. Little bouncing puck. And Malvern Prep will regroup in their own zone as Braden Baum just skies it. And Aiden Kelly gloves it down. And he'll just chip it in deep, try to chase himself. Stick fighting with McDonald. And two Hawks outnumbers the only Friar, and they come away with the puck. Hawks the other way. Braden Kelly tries to make a deke through, but Braden Baum keeps his position. Down low. Shot deflected into the corner. Went the wrong way as the Friars try to clear, and they cannot. Dowd on his backhand, surveying. Still has the puck, staying strong with it. Just circling offensive zone. Passes to his D-man as McDonald. And he'll just circle it down low. And the Prep trying to get a little bit of a cycle going, but not sure if they have some tired legs. And cleared all the way down to the other end of the ice is Hunter Jones, but that will be an icing with 3:42 left in the first period.
Malvern Prep getting a much deserved rest there as their defense was in that zone for quite a while. And Prep able to work the puck in front of the net, trying to get that slot and those one-timers right in the wheelhouse of Baumberger to work out. But right now the Friars locking it down in the most important spot right in front of their crease. And right now that's going to keep this game at 1-1, but St. Joe's Prep knocking on the door.
Dowd right off the face-off sends a shot, but the rebound couldn't be punched home. As the Hawks are really getting some dangerous chances of late.
Right on cue, St. Joe's Prep almost with a goal in the back of the net.
Shot blocked in front. Dowd tries a spin-around shot, can't get it through as it goes wide. Hunter Jones for the Friars tries to get to it, can't. Nice pitching defense there. And John Neary will just settle things down for Malvern Prep. Tries to get out of the zone but can't, and it'll come right back to him. Neary will try the other side, bank pass, and it'll get out of the zone. So Friars can take a deep breath and the Hawks regroup at the red line. Backhanded in on a Baumberger. He's just going to steer it to the side, and Billy Mendler will pick it up. lose one forechecker, can't elude the second, and the Hawks pick it up. Down low, Jacob Gallipoli. As the Hawks right now are just all about controlling the zone. Gallipoli fighting down low with Matthew Giuliani. Comes up front, shot, can't get through. As the Hawks still have it backhand, save Bomberger, loose up front. Gallipoli trying to fight for it. Giuliani there as well. And a little pinballing around, but the Friars come away with it.
Bodies all over the ice, a scrum there in front. Malvern Prep able to just outlast that St. Joe's Prep attack.
And on the breakout, the Friars send it the length of the ice for an icing. Face off to the left of Bomberger. With 2:17 left in the first period, the score is tied at 1 apiece.
And St. Joe's has had a ridiculous amount of pressure in the Malvern zone, Mike and Eric. I mean, John Bomberger, he's in for a long night if this continues because there's not much relief for him at this point.
Shots on goal in favor of St. Joe's Hawks, 9-4. The Hawks keep it down low. Got a little bit of forecheck going. That was Andrew Morrison, but he can't keep it there. Aiden Kelly, nice little bank pass to himself, sends it in the slot, but just out of the reach of a supporting forward, David Barnes. Aiden Kelly still has the angle on the puck, using his body. Caden Canal comes in for help as Barnes finds it, and he's out in the blue line, taking his time, and it's poked away. Nice defensive play by Matthew Gillespie. And Gallipoli gains his own wrist shot off Bomberger's mask into the glass. Eludes Morrison. And the Friars try to clear, but only gets so far. So Hawks defense doing a nice job pinching. Gallipoli finds himself the puck at the blue line, gets knocked down. I think we're going to have a penalty as he got hit from behind. Chelko comes off the ice. And as we approach the minute mark left in the first period, we have a delayed penalty on Malvern Prep. Oh, big hit by David Barnes. Maybe he's the one who got the penalty. A little upset there. It looks like a little bit of a headhunt, but I don't think they're going to call a penalty on that one. But there was a penalty on the first one, and St. Joe's will go on the power play as the refs have a discussion at center ice.
As you mentioned, Mike, getting a little chippy down here. David Barnes waving goodbye as he gets in that little scrum. And now he's talking to the St. Joe's bench right across from me. Continuing to trash talk from the box over to the St. Joe's bench. So this one's getting chippy fast.
And that contact there, especially on that second round, that second hit, Barnes definitely getting his money's worth on the contact. Hard hits at center ice. You don't see much of them, especially in this stage of hockey.
Yeah.
Great to see with that contact.
Guess he knew he was having got the first penalty, so he might have made worth his time. As the Hawks have control in the zone, but Malvern Prep quickly clears it. As St. Joe's Prep in 3 games have only had have only had 1 power play in all 3 games. It was actually their last game against Malvern. They did not score on that lone attempt. As Caden Canal, nice little forecheck, that was Jimmy Barnes. Nice little forecheck along the blue line, and the Prep have to regroup. The full head of steam, the Hawks enter the zone. That's Sheridan, but he loses the puck. And with 20 seconds left in the first period, time for one more rush for St. Joe's Prep.
You see Kelly once again blocking in that shot. Kelly and Canale doing the most here for the Friars, eating up plenty of clock. We're now under 10 seconds.
As Seattle with a shot, goes wide, rebound off the net, side of the net, scores! With 2 seconds left in the first period, the Hawks make it 2-1.
And it's getting real noisy over here on the St. Joe's Prep bench as they continue to talk to Malvern Prep's David Barnes as he comes out of the penalty box as a result of the power play goal.
And hey, that's a way you respond. If you're the Hawks, you got some chatter going on towards your bench. You just focus on the play on the ice and definitely make them pay for that hit by putting a goal up on the board. An exceptional play drawn up, shot, rebound, just missing that rebound opportunity, knocking in the first time. But the follow-up will get the job done. 2-1 lead for the Hawks.
As the first period horn sounds, I believe that was Luka Palachik on the goal as the initial shot went wide. And a sharp angle opportunity went off the post, and Bomberger was out of position, and I believe that was Palachik who buried it to give the Hawks a 2-1 lead. as we'll just have a quick intermission. No Zamboni coming out, but I believe we're going to be going for a quick break, as my producer Dylan Coyle says we are. So 2-1 after the first period. St. Joe's Prep leads Malvern Prep. We will be right back at the class of 1923 arena. Hello and welcome back to the UPenn Ice Rink here in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Start of the second period, St. Joe's Prep leading Malvern Prep 2-1 as the Hawks got a goal with 2 seconds left on the power play in the first period, and they have the 1-goal lead as they quickly move into the offensive zone and get some pressure. Shot on net, stick down by the Friars. Pass intercepted by David Barnes. And I think we're going to have an interference penalty as he tried to do a little bank pass to himself. And he was the Friar who had the penalty in the first period, but he gets it right back, draws a penalty on St. Joe's Prep. And the Malvern Prep Friars will head to the power play.
And that's a tough call there against St. Joe's Prep. Gareth McDonald just trying to limit that breakout opportunity. And with the pace, it looked like he had an opportunity to get on that breakaway for the Friars, trying to tie it up here in the early parts of the second period. McDonald, he's going to limit that breakaway opportunity, but he's going to have to pay the price with 2 minutes in the box.
Guys, that penalty was on number 72, Gareth McDonald, and the St. Joe's Prep bench saying that was a weak call. So that's all for me.
I believe that analysis is about correct, as I would agree with that being such. As I mentioned, he's going to pay the price, but he limited an opportunity. The Friars with that key opportunity to try and tie things up, and right now they're cruising with the power play.
Quick shot off the draw, and he scores! David Barnes has a little something to say to St. Joe's bench, but he ties the score on the power play as a quick slap shot off the draw finds itself in between A.J. Chelko's legs, and we are tied at 2 with 15:21 left in the second.
And Mike, I don't think David Barnes said anything. He just pointed at the St. Joe's bench and smiled. No words said, just I got my business done.
Well, sometimes actions are louder than words, and David Barnes took action and tied this game at 2 right off the draw. I don't think A.J. Chelko was expecting a shot that quick, but a quick slap shot on the ice finds itself in the back of the net, and we are tied at 2, just like that.
Right off the draw, Barnes got all of that shot as well, right in the slot, and he made him pay. Excellent shot by Barnes, and as I would say, enough said. That's all he had to do on that little salute to the St. Joe's Prep bench.
As Morrison, nice little play to himself, banks it in deep, and he'll go chase, get a little forecheck established for the Hawks. As he's joined by Anthony Rapesi, finds himself out to the blue line, but the Friars are able to control, and they break out as they enter the zone. Can only get so far. And Gallipoli is going to switch ice, but the Friars are there pinching in, but no one there for the forecheck. Try cross ice pass, doesn't work. Ping pongs out all the way to neutral ice. Little saucer pass, and the Friars are going to be the first to get that. Ryan Clark with a little bit of speed. Shielding the puck, tries to go to slot, bounces off his skate, now the dangerous area. As the Hawks go the other way quickly, lost up in the skates of Morrison, and the Friars quickly the other way.
St. Joe's Prep back-to-back puck possessions in their own end where they coughed it up. Something they're going to have to definitely clean up with a 2-2 game.
As the Hawks try a little clearing pass, bounce passing himself. That was Palachik. He
and
sends
thank
the puck
God
right
I
to
wasn't
you, Drew.
in that penalty box just a few moments ago because it just popped to the penalty box to the left of me, the one I was just residing in. So, you need a puck? All right. And I'm playing puck boy down here, giving the refs pucks, so a man of all trades.
Drew Bishop, definitely the man of all trades, doing what he needs to do down there in the penalty box. 14:02 left in the second. We have a neutral zone face-off as the Hawks win it back. And that's Seau, tries to clear it out, but David Barnes, active, sticks there, bounces around, and the Friars will control in their defensive zone. Braden Baum tries to go the other way, but Sheridan's there for the Hawks. David Barnes, big hit, and Sheridan loses the puck and going the other way, just eludes Aiden Kelly. As Caden Canal tried to spring him, pucks get lost in the skate. Caden Canal in there for the forecheck. Fighting for it, but the Hawks come away with a good play by Shane O'Neill. Along the half-board, saucered across the ice, tries to find Braden Collins, but can't. As Sheridan makes a play, picks it up, he's coming in with Steen, makes it deep, along the middle slot, still has the puck, can't shoot it now, tries to center it again, but off his skate and finds its way in the neutral zone.
Great patience by Bomberger there, not biting on the initial shot, a little of the toe drag. But Bomberger able to avoid that initial shot attempt, fought it off, a bit of a poke check in there as well. The Friars coughing it up at their own blue line, just trying to transition the puck, work it back, but right there they're going to cough it up. A lot of turnovers in this game today, and that's why you see 2 goals in favor of both teams. It's all that matter of what team can clean up first that we can see ahead in this heading into the third period.
A lot of neutral zone play today, both teams not willing to give up their blue line, and a lot of neutral zone forechecking and just a lot of getting the pucks in deep. So definitely a game bound for some turnovers, but it's all about which teams make the mistakes and which team capitalizes on the special teams, as both teams have a goal on the power play. As Cathal Dowd picks up the puck, eludes some men, goes into the offensive zone along the left wing, tries to shield the puck, send a wrist shot, but it goes all the way wide to the point. Shot by McDonald. Goes wide all the way to the corner, finds itself in the slot, shot, save, Bomberger. Blocker save on Matthew Giuliani. He was all alone in the slot as the Malvern Prep clears their zone, but it'll go all the way down for icing as the game is still tied at 2 apiece with 12:10 left in the second period.
Standing tall in net, Bomberger with the blocker, the waffle fighting it off. And you see comparisons in shots, a 2-2 tie game, but regarding shots, the Hawks doubling and then adding on another shot, 11-5 compared to the Friars. St. Joe's Prep bringing the shots on net, but the Friars capitalizing on those limited opportunities they have. Something they can see in the stronger defensive showing for the Hawks, just not quite in front of their net, and that's why this game is still tied.
Bomberger doing what needs to be done as this game is still tied at 2 apiece. Big part and thanks to the goaltender for Malvern Prep. The Hawks go the other way. Matthew Gillespie, big body, protecting the puck, stays up, but loses it as too many Friars convoy in on him. Fighting it for the corner as Mendler comes away with the puck. David Barnes will just backhand it out to center ice. Quickly picked up by Gillespie. He's coming in. Shields the puck. Shot, save, Bomberger. I think he got a block on that too. Goes to the corner. Aiden Kelly tries to spring Barnes, can't. Little ping pong. And Malvern Prep gets it. Tries to spring Aiden Kelly, but can't. And the Hawks will just regroup behind A.J. Chelko. Clearing attempt fails. Billy Mendler keeps it in, but only for so long. As Malvern Prep, they have to go for elongated shifts with not too many people on the bench. Aiden Kelly, nice individual effort. Wrist shot, easy glove save, A.J. Chelko, and he'll take the whistle with 10:52 left in the second period.
That's the Friars' first shot on goal in quite a long time. I can't give you the exact number, Mike, but they haven't gotten a clean look like that probably since David Barnes' goal to tie it up at 2-2. So good sign for the Malvern Prep Friars.
And I can tell you that is the first shot of the second period for Malvern Prep, 12-6. Hawks still doubling and out shooting Prep, but right there another shot on net. And the Friars now trying to keep this puck in possession, but the Hawks are going to fend it off.
Braden Baum will just try to keep it in deep as the puck's bouncing up in the air. A lot of wrestling for the puck today. Definitely some good work. See which teams can get their forecheck going. It's Hunter Jones in there with the mismatching jersey, but still on the same team, so it doesn't matter, and still the same shade of blue. Braden Baum, nice neutral zone intercept, just tries to get in deep, but can't, and Braden Collins picks it up. 1-on-1, maybe 2-on-1 developing. Sheridan coming in. Down the right wing, shot, glove save, Bomberger. Was not sure if it was going wide, but Bomberger still got the glove on it. Quick slap shot, comes out the other side of the net, but no one is there. Malvern Prep will just clear, and they'll take the icing call with exactly 10 minutes left in the second period. Good 2-on-1 chance right there, but I don't think Sheridan got the shot he wanted to on net.
And then following up to that, a slap shot from the blue line. Almost looked like a design play as it bounced off behind the net, right back out to look to be number 18 in favor, Cathal Dowd for the Hawks. Just out of his reach, however, on the empty net look. And right now the score remains 2-2. Bomberger sigh relief on that last opportunity.
Cathal Dowd right off the face-off again. This time shot goes wide all the way out to the neutral zone. Aiden Kelly in there for the Friars. He's been active today. But he loses the puck, and it goes all the way to Eric Seau, the first goal scorer for the Hawks. He gains some steam. Little individual effort himself. Pokes it past his defense. Shot, save, Bomberger. What an effort by Seau, but Bomberger stands tall. There's a little bit of forecheck down low for the Hawks. Finds his way out to the blue line. That's Seau again. Wrist shot all the way on net, but Bomberger makes the save. It goes into the corner. Luke Scheinholtz over to Cathal Dowd. Out in front. Shot, but the defense stands tall, and Caden Canal comes away with it. He skies it into the neutral zone for David Barnes, and he tries to make a move, but Seau stays strong. Barnes, however, comes away with the puck. He circles around his offensive zone, trying to direct traffic with his head, but he turns it over. Other way. Matthew Giuliani, breakaway, backhand, forehand, what a move, and he scores! Matthew Giuliani takes the puck away, goes all the way to the other end, and beats Bomberger. It's 3-2 Hawks.
And David Barnes, directly after scoring that goal, he was motioning his teammate to cut through the slot to attack the net. He turns the puck over, and it results in a St. Joe's Prep goal.
And what a beautiful move. That backhand found top cheddar, and is going to put the Hawks ahead by one. And right there you see Bomberger, a little bit of frustration. He's been busy in net tonight. Defense unable to step up in the later parts, but I can say one man in particular, Aiden Kelly, who was not on the ice. He, however, when he's been on the ice, has been locking it down for this Malvern Prep team. And when Kelly's on the ice, you can expect him to be all over this broadcast as well. But when he's off the ice, St. Joe's Prep able to capitalize with a back of the net connection.
And it looks like Bomberger had a few complaints about the positioning of his net. Referee fixed it, and we're back to play.
Matthew Giuliani, his second goal of the season, as he just stripped David Barnes, goes the other way for a breakaway, and gives the Hawks a 3-2 lead. Play resumes. Morrison enters the zone, but offsides according to the ref. And we'll have a whistle with 8:38 left in the second period, as the Hawks are out shooting the Friars 16-7.
And Mike, as we talked about leading into this broadcast, 7-0 was the final score last time these two teams faced off. 7-0 in favor of the Hawks. It's only a 3-2 game right now, and in comparison, what's been different in this Malvern Prep team, putting 2 goals up on the board, and also definitely neck and neck with the Hawks today.
We had a quick break between the first and second period. No Zamboni coming on the ice, but I believe we will have a Zamboni coming on for the second intermission, so we'll get a little bit, the teams will get a little bit of an elongated break there. Last time these two teams met, St. Joe's Hawks, they scored 4 of their 7 goals in the third period, so still plenty of time left in the game as we're reaching the exact halfway point because we have 8 minutes left in the second period. Defensive zone turnover. Malvern tries to get a shot off, but I think they were calling between shot and pass, and it just goes on to Chelko, and he'll hold it for a whistle with 7:57 left in the second period. It's 3-2 St. Joe's Prep.
And I can tell you, Caden Canal is going to be thinking about that one tonight as he had a prime opportunity to take that right into the slot, get a quick wrister on net. And as you mentioned, getting a little bit caught up at the blue line, trying to get a quick shot off. He definitely is regretting that, wanting that one back to get a primed opportunity.
We have a chance to redeem himself as he is centering the line with him, David Barnes, and Aiden Kelly. Arguably the most active line for Malvern Prep thus far. As the Hawks control off the face-off, but eventually turn it over as they try to enter the offensive zone. John Neary tries to clear it, but he turns it over. Hawks down low. Wrist shot, save Bomberger. Hawks try to go low with that shot. I believe that was Palachek, as it was. As the puck is as the Hawks try to send it back in, it was Michael Parsano, but gets a little too much air under it. It goes over the boards, and we have a stoppage of play.
Palachek able to walk up right onto the doorstep, skate right in front of Bomberger on that far side of the rink. And you mentioned Palachek as a guy that when you see him in front of the net, you're going to want to do everything you can to get him away. As he had a hat trick against his Malvern Prep team last time these two teams met. 4 points on the day with an assist. And today, he's already found the back of the net. He's looking to add more as he's been hot against his Friars hockey team.
If you're just tuning in, welcome to the TUICE Network. We're here at the UPenn Ice Rink right on Walnut Street. I believe, yeah, this is Walnut Street. It's 3-2 St. Joe's Prep. They leave Malvern Prep as both teams have a goal here in the second period. Aiden Kelly finds himself alone on the left wing. They'll just shove it in deep. Caden Canal below the net on his backhand. Tries to send a little saucer pass to David Barnes, but it gets lost in some skates. And a 3-on-2 developing for the Hawks. Palachek enters the zone, tries to move past. Neary does, but can't get control and get a good chance, as Neary tries to clear, but can't. Puck is being fought for at the half forwards, and David Barnes comes away with it. Trying to get some speed, gains the red line, just sends it in deep, and Caden Canal will be first to get to it for Malvern Prep. In the corner, makes a man miss, cycles down low, just out of the reach of Aiden Kelly, and the Hawks will gather it. Tries to clear by Aiden Kelly, nice move. Barnes in the slot, shot as he falls to his knees, but just misses the net. Cheeky opportunity there for the Friars, but they can't capitalize. Neary holds the blue line, sends a shot in it, but it's wide. Nice movement there by O'Neill, but puck gets poked away, and Jimmy Barnes will pick it up for Malvern Prep Friars as he backs it in deep, but Shane O'Neill will just gather in behind AJ Chelko. Little ping pong in the neutral zone. Morrison comes away with her. That was Dowd, but it gets lost up in the skates. Malvern Prep has a chance the other way, but just out of the reach of the attacking forwards. And quick the other way is Matthew Giuliani. Makes a move into the middle, guides it on net, but Bomberger does not open up that 5-hole. Slap shot attempt by O'Neill, flubs on it, but Dowd makes a nice move. Wrist shot, blocked away by the defense, but the puck keeps finding its way to St. Joe's Prep. Dowd behind the net, gets hit by Baum off the puck, but supporting attackers come in. That's Palachek taking his time, Luke Scheinholtz tries to send a wrist shot, gets deflected, but Dowd picks it up. Goes all the way up top, O'Neill. Slap shot, blocked away by Barnes. Good active stick. Billy Mendler, down low from Malvern Prep. Avoids a forechecker, avoids a second one, but out in front. Shot goes wide. No need for a save by Bomberger there. And Shane O'Neill pinches, keeps it in deep. Slot. Nice move by Giuliani on his backhand. Shot just wide. Great pressure by St. Joe's Prep here in the last minute or so. As Jimmy Barnes tries to exit the zone, but good pinching by Palachek. Scheinholtz. The Friars are finally able to clear the zone, and they're just going to try to get it in deep, but they're offsides right now. But all that matters is the Friars now have some time to breathe as we approach the four-minute mark here in the second period. Have a whistle on the ice, not sure what that is for. Calling them for potential offsides, as they were offsides but never regained the blue line, and finally the refs got tired of it, just blew the whistle dead. And all the way down to the other ice, we will have a face-off to Bomberger's right.
And with a couple contacts there, you saw Luke Scheinholz trying to get a couple hits on number 33, that being Jimmy Barnes, both chirping a little bit back and forth, bringing the energy for both of these benches. You heard an eruption from the crowd, as we do have some fans in the stands. An incredible sight as well to tonight's game. Definitely glad to have some extra spectators here in the arena, parents and family for these players.
Shot finds its way on net as Jack Porcaro sends it, but it just gets deflected, slows down, and Bomberger will easily cover it up. Drew, St. Joe's Prep got that last goal. Has there been anything said on the bench? I know they just had a good shift, or is anything being said to try to keep this up? You know, because they won last game 7-0, so I'm sure they're trying to make this game out of reach as quickly as possible.
Absolutely, Mike. St. Joe's seems hungry as ever. On an earlier line, I overheard number 58, Joseph Millicent, saying, "I'm gonna go get one," when his is on ice. And every time there's a scrum or something in front of the Malvern net, you can be sure that the St. Joe's bench is going nuts. So you can sense a real hunger to put this game away as we are closing out the second period.
Donald at the blue line for St. Joe's Prep. As the defenseman going all the way on his backhand, tries to wrap around out front. Poked by Morrison. Morrison thinks he scored. Bomberger had it covered up, but I think the ref blew the whistle right before he poked it in. And, yep, that is the case. As the ref blew the whistle, Bomberger had it covered on his pad. Morrison doing a little fishing, able to poke the puck in, but not before the ref blew the whistle, and it is still a 3-2 game with 3:30 left in the second period. As with that last attempt, St. Joe's Prep has reached the 20-shot mark, and Malvern Prep is still at 9.
I've got a backup goalie in the St. Joe's Prep bench, number 35, A.J. White, saying that went in the net. That crossed the line. He's saying that should have been counted as a goal.
Sheridan trying to keep it in deep for the Prep. Great individual effort, but it comes to David Barnes, and Sheridan, nice little cross check on Barnes, but that was high. They're going to call a penalty. Ooh. As contact information is shared between the two. And David Barnes has been vocal today, draws a penalty as Sheridan gets a cross check up high. And the Malvern Prep Friars will be going to their second power play of the game.
And Barnes, as he always does, chirping away as he drew that high stick penalty.
Unsure as why the face-off is here in the neutral zone. I would presume it would go in the offensive zone, but unfortunately for me, I am not well too versed on these high school rules on why the face-off. Actually, that's exactly why, because no, never mind. I thought there's 4 people on the ice for each side. Excuse me while I talk to myself, ladies and gentlemen. As 10 seconds quickly go away on the power play, David Barnes in his defensive zone needs to be careful. He turned the puck away once for a goal. He's got to be careful, especially if he's playing with the puck down there.
And this is the time, if you're the Friars, you're going to want to capitalize with that power play. You're down by 1. Be able to find the back of the net, get some momentum. As we mentioned, they have fewer skaters on their bench, so they can expect fatigue to set in. You want momentum heading into the final period of play.
The Friars are 1 for 1. They scored on their only power play opportunity, as David Barnes did, but quickly the other way is Braden Collins for St. Joe's Prep. He'll take a wrist shot, had the far side, but misses it. But they won't complain about that. The puck comes all the way to the other end as they kill precious seconds. Buchanan Canal quickly on the forecheck picks the puck up. Exactly a minute left in the Friars' man-up advantage.
And Gavin Sheridan to my left in the penalty box. He's chirping away at the Malvern Prep Friars, telling them, it's a power play. You're supposed to have the puck. I agree.
Good old-fashioned hockey chirps. You just got to love it. Just got to love it.
And Drew with the best seat in the house down there, too. He's got to love to hear the audio going on.
I love the between the benches spot. You definitely hear some great things that unfortunately can't go in the broadcast. Sometimes you wish they do, though.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Like you hear a lot of things, but you can only share a few. It's a unique position to be in.
Very unique position. Gets you closer to the game. You see some things that you normally don't or you wouldn't expect. Trust me, even for a high school hockey game. As St. Joe's Prep doing a seamless job killing off this Malvern Prep power play.
And with 10 seconds left on the power play, we're coming up on a minute left in the second period. Both teams in double digits now on shots on net. 20 for St. Joe's, 10 for the Friars. And only one goal separates this game.
And Gavin Sheridan, hops over the boards, and we are at even strength as the 1 minute mark just passed here in the second period. The Hawks leading the Friars 3-2. Puck goes all the way to the other end of the ice, and they will call icing with 50.2 seconds remaining.
And you see Bomberg with a couple words to his defenseman. He's had that on the last couple stoppages of plays, especially when you had some chipping going on in front of the net, and that where number 88, Andrew Morrison, claiming he got that puck across the goal line. Of course, it would be waved off, but you see Bomberger, he's been busy in net tonight. He's trying to have his defense step up. He's kept the Friars in this game and wants to make sure the offense can get an opportunity to get the lead back in this one.
Friars won the faceoff, but they turned it over in their offensive zone and going the other way as we just passed the 40-second mark. Both teams have to be careful. Last period, the Hawks did score with 2 seconds left to get themselves a 1-goal lead. As Malvern Prep has a chance to spring Barnes, they do, but he goes in offsides a little too eager there. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 26.6 seconds remaining in the second period.
And you see Barnes smiling. He knew he had a primed opportunity to put his team back in this game and try and tie things up. We're under 30 seconds left here in the second period, 26 seconds on the clock. And right now, a face-off could decide what team gets one last shot in the second period.
Caden Canal, Aiden Kelly, and David Barnes, the line out there for Malvern Prep. Definitely the most active, but I think Barnes is heading off the ice. Not sure for equipment malfunction, something. Maybe
I've got some intel on that. Barnes was chirping quite a bit coming down to the face-off zone, and St. Joe's Prep bench took real issue with it, so referee may have told him to go to the bench and cool off for a few minutes.
The unwritten rule power play in favor here for St. Joe's. They're going to look to capitalize with 10 seconds left.
Hawks slap shot. A couple deflections up front. Baumberger had no idea where that puck is, but it hits the netting above him, and we'll have a face-off to his left with 6.6 seconds.
Yeah, if you're Baumberger, you are well relieved that it's hitting the top part of the net rather than the net right behind you. 6 seconds left, though. A face-off win, and the Friars will try and eat up the rest of this clock.
Friars win the face-off. They'll just gladly keep along the boards as the second period horn sounds. Both teams score a goal, but the St. Joe Preps Hawks still have the lead. They lead 3-2 after 2 periods here at the UPenn Ice Rink. We will head to break. Thank you for listening to the TUICE Network. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome to the UPenn Ice Arena here for the start of the third period. Puck just dropped between the St. Joe Prep Hawks and Malvern Prep Friars. The Hawks lead 3-2. They're also doubling up the Friars in the shot category 20-10. As McDonald enters the zone for the Hawks, puck pinballs around. Last time these two teams met, the Hawks beat the Friars 7-0. They scored 4 of their goals in the third period. As Malvern Prep is getting outscored 7-1 in their 5 games in the third period, so an important period to play here at the UPenn Ice Rink. Pass out of the reach. It goes all the way to Baumberger, and Medler will just pick it up. Tries to exit or clear the zone along the boards. Can't. Wrist shot fluttering, goes wide. Polly picks it up, kicks it to McDonald at the blue line. He'll pitch in deep, tries to shield the puck on the backhand. Does so for a little bit, but the puck will be turned over by the Hawks, and the Friars will try to clear the zone. Pass all the way up to David Barnes, or excuse me, that was Jimmy Barnes. As he tried a couple moves, couldn't get it in deep. Puck finds his way along the boards. The Hawks try to get it out, and it just clears the blue line. Sent back in deep, but Gareth McDonald for the Hawks gathers the puck, settles it down, takes a deep breath behind AJ Chelko, and he'll break out the other way. McDonald shielding a puck on his backhand through the neutral zone, gains the blue line, tries to send a shot, but sticks. That was Caden Canal's stick. Helped the shot go wide. Aiden Kelly picks up the puck. He's coming in along left wing. Braden Collins on his backhand is able to poke the puck away from Kelly. And Sheridan picks it up, breakout for the Hawks. Just missed that last pass. Pestering is Palachik. Gets the puck. Braden Collins with a big hit in the neutral zone. As the Hawks can't touch the puck, they're offsides.
And a stand-up hit, you can expect plenty of those in the last 16 minutes of play. And a 3-2 lead, 1 goal separates. The physicality is definitely going to ramp up.
There are bodies flying everywhere here on the ice in this third period, Eric. You're absolutely right. The attitudes are at an all-time high on both sides.
Puck bounces around, goes into the Zamboni entrance, so we'll have a whistle with 13:40 left in the third period. Did not have an ice cut between any of the first 2 periods, so I'm expecting maybe a couple players will lose their edge skating around as we have a lot of snow built up here on the ice. I gotta say, guys, this is just a beautiful, beautiful arena. As if you're just joining us, this is the TUICE Network bringing you the Varsity 2 broadcast with the St. Joe Prep Hawks against the Malvern Prep Friars. I'm Mike Singroni on play-by-play. Eric Jesberger on color. Drew Bishop down in the penalty box giving us commentary. Play resumes. Hawks in the neutral zone. Takes their time. And they'll just send it in deep as Michael Parzano throws it behind the net. Aiden Kelly comes away with it. Tries to spring Caden Canal. Canal didn't know the puck was meant for him. And the Hawks pick it up. Braden Collins. He sends it into Sheridan. Sheridan, nice move, getting pestered by Canal and Kelly. Excuse me, that was Billy Mendler. And Caden Canal. Sheridan fighting for it with those two along the boards. Pops out free. David Barnes in there for support. Still pinballing around. Neither team can settle it down. Still in the slot. Caden Canal backhand attempt does not get cleared. Nice move. Cross slot pass. Shot Sheridan, but he misses the net. Took his time, but just missed. As Braden Collins sends another shot in. The puck bounces wide.
Tic-tac-toe connection just out of the reach of Palachek. He almost tacked on a 5th goal against his Friars team. Just out of his reach, and it stays 1 goal apiece.
It was Joseph Millison with the pinch and a beautiful cross slot pass, but Sheridan can carry it. As Millison picks up the puck, just sends it over to Parsano, who just gets it in deep. And the defenseman will go in for a change. Parsano still on the ice, just sends it in deep. That's all he's been doing this shift, and he'll go off for a change. As Eric Seau and Shane O'Neill, the defense pair for the Hawks. Down low was Dowd. He's been active on the forecheck today. Banks it out to O'Neill. O'Neill slap shot deflection. Blocker save Baumberger. Nice save off the deflection by Matthew Giuliani, who has the Hawks' 3rd goal. And Baumberger keeps it a 3-2 score. Giuliani down low on his backhand, surveying. Billy Mendler coming on him, but cycles it down low. Taking her time, the St. Joe's Prep down low. Luke Scheinhol sends it across, shot. What a save, Baumberger! Glove save, just robs Cathel down, and it's still a 3-2 game.
Give him the gold glove, snatching away top cheddar, denial. What a save it is. Baumberger, he's been busy and keeps the Friars in this game. Just 1 goal difference.
The Hawks are still in the offensive zone, getting a lot of attacking time here. Shot by Seattle, can't go. Mendler picks it up, tries to bank it out, can't. Shane O'Neill keeps it down low. Matthew Giuliani for the Hawks, eludes a check, still has the puck, tries to send it to the point, does. See it out. Cross point, Shane O'Neill, wrist shot. Oh, goes off of the face, it looks like, just bounces over the net. So the Hawks are really pressuring, but David Barnes is able to bank pass it out to neutral zone, and it gets cleared, and that's all the Friars want. As a quick shot, sharp angle, but A.J. Chelko covering his post denies it. As the Friars now going on a forecheck with a fresh set of legs on the ice. Point pass gets intercepted in the other way. Matthew Giuliani coming in, stick check, still has it, tries to make a move around someone, almost does, and that was almost a great individual effort as the puck finds its way all the way out into the Hawks' defensive zone, and Eric Seau, the Hawks' first goal scorer, will gather it. Individual effort, gains the blue line on his backhand. Defenseman goes below the net, still has the puck. As he gets pressured, still has it. Goes all the way out to his point, and the puck gets poked away. It's Jimmy Barnes pokes it away. He's coming in as Hawks convoy on him. He gets a weak shot. A.J. Chelko with an easy save.
And Barnes trying to get that breakaway. He had the height, but just getting outlegged. Swarms came in, the Hawks on top of him, and they were able to swat away a prime opportunity for the Friars to get their first shot on net in a while.
And guys, we talked about how tired these players may be with no Zamboni breaks in the first or second intermission. I spotted Jimmy Barnes after taking that one down. He looks really slow and of the lack of rest for this Malvern Prep team and St. Joe's.
Yeah, definitely have to consider for the Friars because they have 5 men out on the ice right now, and on their bench they only have 4 skaters. As we have the play blown dead, not sure what for. Could have been a hand pass, I believe, and we will have a neutral zone face-off with 9:14 left in the third period. The Hawks are holding on to a 3-2 lead.
And a last stretch of this one, 10 shots on net separated. 1 goal separates as well between these two teams. We mentioned the fact that Malvern 0-5. They're looking for the first win on the season. And right now, Mike, if you're Malvern Prep's head coach and trying to bring in the cavalry to work up and trying to get into the W,
Ryan Clark, excuse me, and he sends it in deep. Barnes in on the forecheck, still protecting with his backhand, sends it on net, but it goes wide. As right now, if you're Malvern Prep, you just need to get pucks on net, hope you get a bounce, and hope maybe you can catch A.J. Chelko slipping. As the Hawks try to clear the zone, but Malvern Prep doing a good job keeping it so far. Braden Baum sends it in deep, but the Hawks get a little breathing room, and they'll exit the other way as Cathal Dow will just send it in deep. I don't think he gained a red line, but they won't call icing. Billy Mendler picks it up for the Friars. He just shifts it over to Braden Baum, and he'll just flutter it in the center ice. 7:10 remaining here in the third period. Hawks are still leading 3-2. Not much offensive action for either team thus far. The Hawks probably had the better of the chances in this third period as the Friars and Caden Canal almost get sprung for a breakaway. Canal below the net, coming up front. Big shot by Neary, but it goes high and wide. He had some ice to take in the slot, but can't get the shot on.
One-timer, unable to find net, and it's those shots that are going to have to find the back of the net.
Anthony Rapace coming the other way. Shot, scores! Beats Baumberger on the glove side, and it is 4-2 Hawks. Much needed insurance for St. Joe's Prep as Anthony Rapace scores his first goal of the season, and it is 4-2 St. Joe's Prep.
And let me tell you, that momentum shift started, that goal and transition started on their own end of the ice. You saw a multitude of collisions that hit along the boards, a stand-up hit by McDonald stepping into a Friar along the bench. The energy from St. Joe's Prep ramped up, and right there, capping it off with a cherry on top, a back-of-the-net connection. And the Hawks now lead by 2, reaching the 6-minute mark left here in our third period of play.
The thing about hockey, all it takes is one bounce, and Rapace went the other way, semi-breakaway, and a beautiful wrist shot beats Baumberger. And on the 26th shot of the game, the Hawks score their 4th goal as they lead by 2 with 6 minutes left in the third period. Going the other way is Morrison. Morrison trying to use his big body, goes into the slot, puck bouncing around, goes into the corner, and he'll try to get a little forecheck established, but doesn't have the ample amount of troops to help. Hawks, however, still keep it in. Morrison behind the net on the backhand, just sends it out into the point. And that's settled down by O'Neill, just bounces it back deep. Neary for the Friars. Pestered by Palachek. Morrison in for support for the Hawks. Palachek in there as well, but somehow Neary comes away with the puck, and he'll take it himself. Nearly gains the red line, will just shove it in deep, and it will be icing as he just cleared it from the other side of the red line. Stoppage of play, 5:20 left in the third period. Malvern Prep, understandably so, looks like they have some tired legs on the ice. Only 4 bench players when they have their regular 5 on the ice. It looks like it's showing here. They're trying their best, but the Hawks were just able to get one there. And the 2-goal deficit with just over 5 minutes to go left in the third looks a little daunting right now if you're Malvern Prep.
And while the Friars might be a little fatigued just with their skating on the ice, St. Joe's Prep continuing to lay on the hammer. Friars looking a little black and blue after the hits St. Joe's Prep has put on them right along the glass. And it's continued to be a beating on this Friars team.
Braden Collins may have got hooked up a little bit there, makes a little deke in between a couple players, and the Friars quickly go the other way.
Another great hit by McDonald, swatting away that opportunity for a breakout 2-on-1 chance. McDonald, huge defensive effort on that forecheck for the Hawks.
Braden Collins picks up a loose puck in the neutral zone, still has it, finds its way in the slot, bouncing around. Collins had a chance to shoot, but didn't look like he was aware that no one was there. Gareth McDonald standing up at the blue line yet again. As Neary tried to clear it but can't, the Hawks are just doing a great job clearing the zone, using their body as Sheridan comes away with it. Wrist shot into the shin pads of Kelly. Or excuse me, Clark. Ryan Clark that was. It looks like a second intermission talking point for the Hawks coach was telling them to use the body, take advantage of these tired Friars players. As Ryan Clark sends a nice wrist shot all the way from the half boards, but easily blockered away by A.J. Chelko.
And you see perhaps a little bit of desperation setting in for this Malvern Prep squad. A little tired on the ice, and Kelly, he had very little room to get a shot off on net. Definitely something you'd like a better slot opportunity, but right there, only able to dish that is all he had to work with.
Got to agree with you here, Eric. Looking at the individual Friars, each of them are lagging behind a little bit, maybe using a little more stick than legs at this point. What we've been talking about all game, they got a lack of subs, and St. Joe's is taking advantage of it.
Palachek has the puck for the Hawks, sends it all the way up top. That's Scheinholtz, will just send it in deep. Cathal Dow just going to get a little cycle game going. Morrison all the way in the opposite corner, and they'll just play tennis back and forth. Hawks have no problem killing some time here. David Barnes picks it up, tries to clear, gets it so far, but the Hawks are able to gather. As Gareth McDonald gets pestered by Aiden Kelly. Aiden Kelly has the puck, skates in, takes the ice, but a shot right into Chelko's logo, and he'll just save it as no harm done. Players can't find the puck as Malvern Prep will just gather it, take a deep breath in the defensive zone, try to gain some energy as they need to score 2 goals with 2:50 remaining in the third if they have any hopes of overtime. Coming in, Aiden Kelly in the slot. Puck is still loose, Canali, but it is saved by Chelko as not too much doing there for the Friars.
And we've seen some of the best passing happen in these last couple minutes, especially for Malvern Prep, as number 8, Billy Mendler with a cross-ice pass. Malvern Prep, however, unable to capitalize, and St. Joe's Prep right back at it with puck possession.
Oh, big
My
hit
goodness.
standing up at the blue line. We're getting some bodies thrown around, definitely an ample amount of hitting. David Barnes slap shot, Chelko with a little bit of swagger, gloves that down, and we'll have a whistle with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third period.
My goodness, what a hit and what an eruption from the St. Joe's Prep bench, letting him know he got stepping in. Although that hit, Drew, you're right down there in the middle of that mix. What'd you hear from that hit from this St. Joe's Hawks bench?
As far as St. Joe's is going crazy over that hit on Jimmy Barnes, but on the Malvern side of things, they look a little deflated, a little tired as this game progresses. A timeout likely to restore the stamina, but it may be too little too late.
Yeah, the Friars are getting the puck where they need to if they have any efforts or any attempt to tie this game, especially that last sequence there where Aiden Kelly and Caden Canal were in right in front of AJ Chelko, had a chance to put it away, but it just looks like they're just missing that little extra boost in their legs to get there and put the puck home because they've only been cycling really 2 lines. I can just imagine those defenders out there are probably a little tired too, so a tall task for the Friars, but they've been playing a good game, especially Baumberger in net. He has 22 saves on 26 shots, although the Friars do trail 4-2 with 2:12 left in the third period.
And the coach for St. Joe's Prep down here on the ice saying 2-12 to a W, 2-12 to a W. Maybe a bit of an obvious statement, but it's going to get the boys pumped up for this last 2 minutes of action.
Yeah, the Hawks definitely, you would think at least, would have more of the energy here. So as a coach, you definitely have to keep the energy going, keep them pumped up, because if they can just keep the body on the Friars and they just keep the pressure, keep the energy up, and just use their legs more than Malvern Prep, they should be able to close this last 2:12 out without a lot of trouble. But we'll have an offensive zone draw as Caden Canal will take the face-off. Empty net for Malvern Prep, so an extra attacker out there for the Friars. David Barnes with a wrist shot in the slot, goes wide. As Ryan Clark in there for the Friars, tries to keep it in deep. Caden Canal coming in for support. Matthew Gillespie and Andrew Morrison in for the forecheck, the back check for the Hawks. As St. Joe's Prep tries to clear it, bouncing puck, but saved in at the blue line.
And if you're Malvern Prep here, with the limited members you have on your bench, with the extra man, you're going to want to score and score quick. Obviously down by 2, that's an easy statement. But with 1:30, you're down by 2, you need a quick goal.
Well, the Friars have had the puck in the puck has been in the Friars' offensive zone, I should say, for the last 40 seconds, but it's just been along the boards, can't get it out into the slot where you can score. Caden Canal finds Aiden Kelly off his skate, and he just couldn't go skate to stick as the puck goes all the way to the other end. We'll have a whistle for icing, 1:11 left in the third period as the Friars are looking for 2 goals.
It looks like that puck just knuckleballed up onto his shoelaces, quite literally. A bit of a bobble, unable to pick up that puck. An excellent slot pass, dish over by Kelly. Once again, the main member for this Friars offense. But only one man is unable to try and get the work of this entire offense. And it's why the score stays as it is.
Off the face-off, Caden Canal makes a move. Puck finds its way to Aiden Kelly in the slot, and he beats Chelko with a wrist shot. And a much-needed goal for Malvern Prep. It is 4-3 with 1:07 left in the third period.
Maybe one man can get the job done. He heard me from up here in the booth. Is able to find the back of the net, find Twine. 1-goal game with just over a minute left. You see the Friars bringing some energy. Baumberger letting his offense know he's got their back. Let's see if they have his.
Yep, and that's the second goal for the Friars directly off the faceoff. Their second goal of the evening also came directly off the faceoff.
That Canal, Barnes, and Kelly line, they each have a goal for the Friars. As it is 4-3, Hawks are still holding on.
Got to get that extra man out.
As we have approaching the 50-second mark left in the third period, I'm sure Baumberger is going to look to get off the ice once the Friars can get the other way. Kelly will just guide it in deep so they can get the goalie off the ice. Extra attacker coming on. Below the net, Shane O'Neill is just going to take his time, not too much pressure. And the Hawks are able to get it out as we have 34 seconds left in the third period.
St. Joe's Prep, just nothing too special. Get the puck towards the back of the net and then attack.
Sheridan pulls the puck away. Empty net, sends it wide. Halachek going in there for the Hawks. He's trying to come away with it. Can't. Goes out to the neutral zone. They'll just send it back in. 15 seconds left in the third period. Time running out for the Friars. David Barnes gains the blue line. 10 seconds exactly. And Seattle will just send it in deep.
One last attack. Here it is.
5 seconds as we have a little scrum behind the net as David Barnes, who else, in the middle of it. Horn sounds, punch maybe too thrown.
Oh, and there are members of the St. Joe's bench running out to the ice.
And there's another Barnes in there, number 33, as definitely some physicality breaking out. Might have been adding on top of each other. You're thinking you're going to have a breakout eventually, but little physicality after the whistle. But nonetheless, St. Joe's Prep is officially victorious. They come away with a 4-3 win here at the UPenn Ice Rink. Hard-fought game for both sides, but maybe just more soldiers on one side than the other, and St. Joe's Prep Hawks are able to come away with the 4-3 win.
Hard fought is right, and you saw a bit of a boxing match breaking out at the end, but a 4-3 game. This one, you talk about a tale of the tape, and it was the battle between both goaltenders, 26-15 comparisons in shots. And Drew, right there, as you are the man right by the boards, as Malvern Prep and St. Joe's Prep make their way to their respective benches. What can you say about the last 30 seconds?
Well, David Barnes, as all true instigators do, was getting double teamed, and he threw a punch and then got his butt out of there as his brother Jimmy Barnes started to stand up for him a little bit there. But mentioning the tired legs of Malvern Prep, several of them as the game closed on their knees, hanging onto the bench, out of breath. I mean, they showed real fight, real grit today. But the St. Joe's Hawks composed and thrilled that they got the better of the Barneses and Malvern Prep today again.
Yeah, great effort by both sides here, especially the goalies on each side. A.J. Chelko for St. Joe's Prep had 14 saves on 7 shots, only 3 goals against. Then John Baumberger, and what we hear is it was his first ever high school game for Malvern Prep. A nice effort, cannot complain with what he did today. 22 saves on 26 shots, and more impressively, only limited St. Joe's Prep to 1 goal in that third period, especially when the Hawks had a lot of nice passing plays, crossing the crease a lot, and Baumberger with a good debut, but cannot get the win as Malvern Prep can only get 3 goals to the St. Joe's Hawks 4.
And let me tell you, Drew and Mike, we got to clear our schedules for March 16th. That's a Tuesday night when these two teams face off for the third time this season. A 7-0 victory for St. Joe's Prep last game. 4-3 win for the Hawks tonight. And right away, we get set up for another matchup at Iceline, Lawrence Drive, Westchester, PA. 7:20 puck drop. That's Tuesday, March 16th. Drew, what are your expectations for that game?
Well, certainly following up a 7-0 blowout, this wasn't expected to be as competitive as it was today, but I certainly saw that Malvern Prep's attitude and their spirit shone through when they only had, 4 skaters to sub in at a time. Saw David Barnes getting quite chippy, but he was still able to put in work on the offensive end. And I think that attitude of his spread to the entire team, and that's how they were able to have an edge and at least keep it a little closer than the 7-0 loss. So I think next time we're looking for a little more balance from Malvern Prep. Slow down a little bit on the aggression, but kick it up a notch when it comes to the play style. Try to get more possessions in the St. Joe's zone. It's clear that these two teams are not as far apart as it was indicated in the first matchup. So the second one will certainly be one to watch. And as I sit here on the ice, I'm watching the Malvern Prep head coach speak to the referees, which undoubtedly I'd say is due to the attitude of his players during the game.
Yeah, definitely an exciting matchup when these two teams face off again. Both teams have one game in between, but as we get set up for that March 16, that date with the rematch between both Prep squads we saw on the ice tonight. Malvern Prep falling to 0-6 now on their season. Closest opportunity to find the W column, as this was the first game. They only had 1 goal separating in the differential. They're going to fall short and fall to 0-6. While the boys, the Hawks of St. Joe's Prep, improve in their 4th game on the season. They even up at 500 at 2-2. And you can expect another great matchup.
Yeah, hold on. We got Drew Bishop down the bench. You got someone. Take it away,
I'm down
Drew.
here with Coach Martia, correct? Merite. Coach, how'd you feel about today's W?
Well, you always like to walk out of the rink with a win, but I was not exactly happy with the effort we had here today. It should have been better. Bench, we had more talent, and we were lackadaisical the first 2 periods.
And what would you say, it got really chippy out there. You said these guys don't like each other. Could you speak more on kind of the attitudes that prevailed in today's matchup?
Well, anytime you get a collection of 30-some-odd teenage boys in one room, there's going to be a lot of tension. And we had a chippy game with these guys last time out. We beat them 7-0. Got physical, especially at the end. And as you saw, tempers flared out there today.
Absolutely, and you guys are set to face off against the same team March 16th. What would you expect in the 3rd matchup against Malvern Prep?
I think they're going to have a deeper bench. They're going to have more talent for that game. They've had to deal with COVID, so have we. It's been a weird season, but I would expect them to be better, and I would expect us to be better.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Good win today.
Drew,
back up to you.
With the great interview. Thank you for getting the coach there. Much needed insight. And as the Zamboni goes on the ice, I guess they're getting this rink ready for a practice or something later. But I think that's all the time we have on the TUICE Network as the St. Joe Prep Hawks beat the Malvern Prep Friars 4-3. Our next broadcast will be this Friday. AAA game between St. Joe's Prep and Holy Ghost Prep in Grundy Ice Arena. And we will be on the call for that this Friday. As we are signing off, Mike Zingroni, Eric Jessberger, Drew Bishop down low, we thank you for tuning in to the TUICE Network.